technical diff here. So I'm gonna keep my voice super. Okay, there we go. I think that should sound better. I think we should be good to go. Sorry about that, once again, to those who came here early and had to listen to that. My mic turned itself all the way up again, so I had to turn it all the way back down. I don't know why. Alright. Grab the quick link here, throw it over in the Discord server. Yeah, it sounds good now, so we good. Alright, throw this here. We're in a stream discussion. There it is. Shiny Shuckle hunting. There we go. And there we go. Alright, welcome back, Mushroom Man Toad here. We're gonna get back into the shiny Shuckle hunting, that's all there is to say. You know how you know the drill by now. Let's just do this. Well, I see the Creep Gaming Captain Squirt. Welcome to the stream. I say forget you still have to go to school. I do not, but I do have to do schoolwork. In fact, I just turned an assignment in 3 minutes ago. So I'm still doing plenty of schoolwork. I really hope I just saved the game. I have no idea if I did. We'll find out, I suppose. Either way, as per usual, the hope is to find a shiny. The odds are we won't, but maybe we will. Maybe this is the stream. Maybe today is the day we find the shiny Shuck. Maybe today is that day. Who knows? We'll have to see. So anyway, how's everybody else doing today? You know, the whole... Right. How's the rest of the world doing? Let's leave it at that. Because I have been inside working on schoolwork most of the day. I also took some time and read a good book. And that's been most of my day, so... Work as well, it's very hard to get any motivation knowing I might win in Warzone or get to Plat and C. I feel that. It's like, okay, so we have two choices here. I can go grind out teamfight tactics and try to get up to that mid-Plat range once again. Or I can go do my schoolwork and get that done. The schoolwork is probably the correct approach. So I got most of that done, but, you know, there's always more. Like, my teachers have given out most of our assignments up through Friday. It's like, well, now I feel like I should be working on those. So, I don't know. But, yeah. Now here we go. Alright. I'm bronze in Siege after being gold. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, still get the gold charm, but that's a lot of... Like, I assume most of that's gotta be on... Well, I don't know. I guess I don't know how it works. But I'm gonna say... Because you had a lot of teammate trouble last time that got you back down to, like, silver or something, so... I don't know, hopefully you can get back up there, but yeah. Schoolwork, gotta come first, you gotta make that schoolwork a priority. But you know that, I don't have to. You know. But 10 losses in a row will do that. I want to learn more command block stuff. Will you ever make any command block stuff again? I could, Creep Gaming. Do you have a suggestion for, like, what I could make? Because I could see if I could do that and make a tutorial out of it. The thing about the right-click detection one, for example, is because the reason I haven't done anything on that scale since I made that video is because it took so much work. I was probably, I probably put 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks into making that. So, that's an intense amount of work, but I would love, I'd love to do it again. I was just playing around with command blocks yesterday and I made some fun stuff. So I'm not against it. I just haven't had any really phenomenal ideas recently that aren't already being done, Also, hello, Collie. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my day has been busy as well. How are you doing? Yeah. Because schoolwork has finally restarted as of yesterday, so, get to do that now. But, they're trying to get us, done with this school year before, you know, the next school year starts. Hello, Jimmy John. Welcome to the stream. Can you do a video on just what happened between 1.14 and now for command blocks? Yeah, I see you, Jimmy John. Welcome to the stream. No clue what happened after that massive change. Now, if I remember right, there wasn't a whole lot of major changes. Like, they changed the way some stuff is formatted. I'm trying to think if there's anything absolutely huge that has happened. Dude, I gotta find the shiny before I can name it, right? And the, you know, the challenge is still open. If anybody has a better name for the Shuckle, then Shuck Norris. I'm all about that. But I'm saying that out loud and I'm even chuckling. It's great. Chuck E. Cheese, again, Icy. While that is hilarious, one letter too long. which stinks. Like, you have so many great names in there, but most of them are over 12 characters long, including spaces. So it's like, we're so close. I can't. Any I can think of aren't as perfect. Yeah, Shuck Norris. That is some prime nickname right there. And like too many people name it Shuckleberry, so I'm not going with that one. Which, yes, also very conveniently fits in exactly 12 characters. Just saying that. I get it, Jimmy John. I see that. Yeah. It's the best one I've heard so far that fits within 12 characters. But I am more than open to something equally or even more hilarious taking its place. We'll have to see. That's the thing. Say anything you think of. Yeah. Oh. I don't know if my mic is like picking up on that or if the filter is low enough, but there is suddenly like a huge flock of birds, like right up, right up at the top of like my staircase out the back door there. Holy cow, they're noisy. What is with English people having the worst and best grammar simultaneously? I don't know, I'm biased because I only see the one, but... It's possible, maybe you could do a Pokemon thing in it, like Pokeballs, Pokemon you could. Yeah, spelling's alright, I'm just... trying to figure out what you mean there. Oh, like within Minecraft, within Minecraft, okay. See, that would be extremely intense just to make and even more complex to make a tutorial on, so I'm not entirely sure how to go about that, but like, you know, I mean, I know how I'm pretty sure I know how you would pretty much make that. We'll correct people's ofs and nans in real life, but then also... I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually say bestest in an unironic context. Like, is that actually a thing? Like, do people actually say bestest? Like, more than a very, very, very small amount of people. Like, I don't know. I've never heard that. I mean, I'm sure there is at least one person, but... Oh, okay. See, yeah, okay. And see, coming from, you know... Yeah, I've never heard someone say that. Okay, good. I'm not alone in this. I was like, wait, am I just crazy here? That's possible. But, okay. Captain Squirt is confirming I'm at least not 100% crazy here. It's very normal. Okay. I'm also seeing spaghetti over in the chat. I have no idea what to think of it. Spaghetti's great. I've never heard anyone say pineapple on pizza is good. Pineapple on pizza is fine. Okay, here we go. Here's where I tick people off. That may have been a mistake to say out loud on the internet, but I don't particularly mind it. It's like, given the choice between pepperoni or pineapple on pizza, I'd take the pepperoni, but I'm not just going to instantly reject it. Do you know it's an issue that it's possible to be neutral on? Like, I think it is a perfectly average pizza to have pineapple. Like, normally I see it paired with, like, I can't remember the name of the meat right now, but whatever. Sweet, whatever you would classify it. Yeah, no, pineapple definitely works because it's not nearly so sweet. You know, in fact, if you were to pick, like, out of all the sweet fruits, I think pineapple would be like one of the last ones that would come to my mind, just because it's more of a, I don't want to say like sour or bitter, but it's not as sweet, you know? I don't know. Yeah, it may sound gross. See, I was exposed to it, I guess, too, at an extraordinarily young age before I knew that, you know, people had such strong and differing opinions on the subject. So, you know, I guess I'm just okay with it. I was like, oh, this is fine. Yeah, see, I'm with you on that one, Jimmy John. I've tried it. It's alright. Given the choice between it and something like pepperoni or sausage or whatever. Actually, olives are one of, like, very few vegetables that I just cannot stand. And I say very few, but, I mean, they're like the most common vegetable I know, like, maybe besides broccoli, where I can't stand it. And, of course, as immediately as that comes out of my mouth, the message comes through chat, someone talking about broccoli. And I just want you to know there was like a 15-second delay there in you hearing this, but that was exactly synced. Yeah, I don't like it. See, yeah, I don't know. Tastes. Isn't it just phenomenal, though, how we all have, like, different opinions on what tastes good? Like, it's just kind of a surprising thing. Also, Creep Gamer putting in an order to Jimmy John's, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what that's on. Captain Squirt says broccoli is great. You know, I had a bad experience with it when I was really young, and I've never really recovered from that. Like broccoli in things as an accent, I'm totally okay with, but like people who just like take a broccoli and eat it, it's like, what are you doing? I get it. That's like a very large number of people who do that. I am not one of those people. Cheese and broccoli. See, yeah, and I can't eat broccoli just for the sake of eating broccoli. Like, again, if you have it as like an accent in a soup or something, you know, where it's really toned down, I'm fine with it there. It works, but yeah, not the whole thing on its own. Yes. Why are you so surprised by this? Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just a here thing too. I don't know. Regional differences, like that's one of the things that I have to be like super careful of here. Is like I realize regional differences in like eating habits are just phenomenal. So, they're just huge. So, yeah. When I say like, how have you never seen this? And then it's like, but then it's like, wait, hold on, you're in like a foreign country, to me even, and it's like, okay. So there's going to be huge differences just there. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah. John eats broccoli. Icy cannot believe that people eat broccoli raw. You have roast dinners, half of our life. Oh, Jimmy John doesn't eat it raw, though. Okay. A very elaborate order for Jimmy John's there, too. I'm not sure how Jimmy John's going to be able to follow up on that, but you know what? That just became your problem. Steamed dessert. Yeah, see, I don't know. Plus, it doesn't help that broccoli is like one of those vegetables where as you're growing up, it has like this stigma associated with it where it's just like, oh, this is one of those vegetables we joke about everybody hating. And then everyone who didn't inherently hate it also ends up hating it. So. Cauliflower and cheese? I don't honestly know if I've ever, like, just had a cauliflower just plain. If I have, I certainly cannot remember the taste of it. Again, like, oh, and I just want to emphasize, like, how, like, I'm not crazy here, okay? When we go through the lunch line at our school, there's this little vegetable tray thing there, where they have these little buckets, I guess you could call them, of vegetables, and the one of them is just cauliflower. It is just plain cauliflower. You can, and, like, same with, and there's another one with broccoli. There's just plain old raw broccoli. You can just walk through, pick up a broccoli, and just go eat it. And apparently people do because they brought it back for like 3 years straight. So, I don't know. Did I pick up an extra? I feel like I picked up an extra egg. I didn't. Okay. I'm losing my mind here. Getting too focused on the food, not on the shuck. I don't know if I've ever had, like, ground beef. Like, I've had, like, sausage and stuff like that, and beef on pizza. I don't know if I've ever had, like, just, like, you know, ground up, like, you know... I have no idea what the regional differences require me to call this, actually. I would call it a barbecue sandwich. I have no idea if that is even remotely universal, and I'm pretty confident it's not. But, like, that kind of hamburger where it's just ground up and all that, I've never had it on a pizza. But you know, I've had hamburger and other things. Okay. So yeah, and there's a whole nother thing, where, you know, religious differences, too, change up the whole, you know, eating dynamics of a group. Man, who'd have thought you were coming to a Pokemon live stream and I'm discussing the cultural differences across the world based on, you know, geography and religion and... Oh, this is great. We're hitting all the big ones. This is great. Okay, I'm gonna look up mince just to see, like, mince... All I am getting is mincemeat. I don't know. This feels like, it looks like more of a blend of meats, but I don't know. I drink water and eat food, says the Creep Gaming. Yep, I feel that. Here's the water right here. Delicious. Never heard of ground beef. Okay, well, it's just beef. Like imagine you were to take a hamburger, and I'm gonna assume this one is pretty universal, and you were to pulverize it. That's basically ground beef. So if that's what mince is, that's it. Yeah, it's great. We talk about how coriander tastes like soap. I have never had coriander. I couldn't even tell you off the top of my... Okay, no, actually, I'll be honest. The odds are I have had coriander, and I had no idea what it was called at the time. What is coriander? Oh, yeah. Okay, I've had that. I think... Oh, cilantro! Okay, okay. In the United States, it's called cilantro, and there's a name I'm super familiar with. Well, Jimmy John, that's gotta be that's... Oh, wait, are you asking whether or not you are feeding a baby? Or, like, if the baby's eating or drinking when you are feeding a baby? That is a really good question. This is one of those places where the line 100% gets blurred. Yeah, cilantro, but with a C, basically. Yeah, cilantro, there you go, there, the captain has it spelled out. Also, the Creep Gaming, and I said this before, I never want to mess around with, like, personal information on the internet, so I'm not even gonna try to call other people out, so I'm just gonna let that one go, just so you know. That's one I don't play with. I always put cilantro. Okay. I see, and I've grown up with a guy who has used a lot of cilantro in their cooking, so I'm just used to it. I think it's fine. Great. And again, you gotta remember, Jimmy John, that I am also in America, and like the things you have and the things I have are also still probably radically different, just because we are in different parts of, you know, different parts of the country. So, you know, even just across America itself, you know, you look at the differences between, you know, different regions. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's also fascinating to me. Yeah, I have a shiny charm. Yeah. Shiny Charm, Masuda Method, all that, so I am maximizing my odds here, and I'm just really unlucky. We just pour oranges on our pizza? Okay, now oranges on pizza, that's when I kinda wanna try that now. See, now, I will throw this one out there. My one weird eating thing, so when you go through the cafeteria line, right, at school, and you know, you get a couple You were joking. Okay. Yeah, I know it was a Florida joke, but I'm just thinking about how, like, pineapple works on pizza, and I'm thinking, I kinda wanna try an orange on a pizza. I am way too tempted to do that now to let this one go. Next time we eat pizza, I'm getting out an orange. That's all there is to it. People eat pears and apples. I mean, yeah, and there's also, like, fruit pizza, right? Like, just actual, like, almost like a dessert pizza or, you know, fruit pizza. That's a thing. I know that's a thing, because I've had it. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, going through the lunch line, right? So you get stuff like, you know, you get like your fruit, right? And the fruit, at least for me, it's usually like in some sort of syrup because they just got it out of a can. So, or you know, it keeps it from turning colors or whatever. So you got that, and you also have like condiments, you know, stuff like, you know, ketchup, mustard, and anything else that happens to go with the meal. Sometimes like barbecue sauce even, or so, you know, a lot of stuff, right? So you got all these things that you can dip whatever you get into, okay? Now what we also have in the lunch line are these, you can get these little baby carrots out of that same place you can find the broccoli and the cauliflower and all that. You can get these little baby carrots out of there. That would have taken me a while to get there. But hey, thanks. Glad you're enjoying. But anyway, so you get these little baby carrots in there, and there's something really, really cool I have learned about baby carrots just from like, and I hope baby carrots is a universal enough term that you know what I'm talking about. These little short, round things. Again, as I'm learning, the more I talk, the less people are actually going to be understanding me. But hopefully you can follow, right? So anyway, you get these baby carrots, right? And they have this really, really incredible property where if you dip them in something, it doesn't matter what. The taste of whatever you have dipped it in will pretty solidly mask the taste of the carrot completely, right? But what this leads to is you can do some hilarious looking things by like taking a baby carrot, right? And so, you know, you have like ketchup on your plate or mustard or barbecue sauce, and you can just dip it in all of these, and as long as the two condiments work together, it won't taste that bad. Like, in fact, it might not even taste bad at all. It might actually be alright. But the people around you will just look on with disgust, and it's hilarious. I've had so much fun doing that. You can sometimes get away with it with french fries too, you know, dip them in your fruit juice or whatever, but I've just found that, like, dipping baby carrots and stuff is, like, such an exploit to just instantly having people look at you disgustedly and, you know, get a good laugh out of it, but it's not actually bad. So, you know, there's one of my big secrets. So. Eating french fries and yogurt, says Jimmy John. See? Yeah. French fries are another one. You can get away with it a lot of times, so. I see. What is wrong with you? But no, see, a lot of times, the thing you're dipping it in actually completely masks the taste of like french fries. I found it usually works with depending on the way they're made, but like the ones my school make are almost tasteless, so you can totally get away with it. But no, then you... Hello, D-Train fan! Welcome to the stream! What an interesting time to pop in, but... I'm glad you're here. How are you doing today? Oh, here we go. Another Shuckle. Let's see. Do we have the shine? Let's see. And it's not shiny, unfortunately. Again, I'll be pushing to get that number up to 200 eggs today. Hopefully. Hopefully we find it. And if not, of course, there'll be another stream Thursday. Tomorrow is, of course, new Minecraft Snapshot Day, so I'll be around for that. Matt, I have 7,000 eggs, no shiny Litten. Holy cow. One second. I'm trying to make sense of it, Icy, and it's not clicking. But anyway, are you using a Shiny Charm, Masuda method, and all that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. and it is definitely not going to be hot tomorrow. Oh goodness, wow, that is extreme unluck. Okay. Hey, you know what I have right here on the side here? Is I have myself a shiny odds calculator, okay? Also, this is a good chance because We get to reset now because I've hatched all 100. Oh, I've hatched all 30 eggs, and now we're just gonna soft reset. So I have a shiny calculator over here. So just out of my own curiosity, okay. So this is the actual whole UI, and so let's just reset this really quick because I know I'm on 150. So if we bump, yeah, you got Shiny Charm and Masuda. Now let's say at around about 5,000 eggs, it's within 3 decimal places of being guaranteed that you have found it by now. So that is crazy unlucky, but you gotta be getting close. So good luck to you there with your shiny hunt. That's wild. I'm gonna switch back here. That is assuming you're... I mean, yeah, but even if you're using the numbers from the old games too, it's still about that high. So, that's crazy. Also, I'm just going to assume that that question was directed at somebody in chat, the Creep Gaming. I mean, obviously I have a Switch. I'm using it now. Oh, nice, I saved. I actually did. Great. Alright, the Shuckle hunt continues. You have 70 potential eggs yet this stream to get and have. See if we find it. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do. Icy ass. Also, how do people eat porridge? It's an interesting... Again, this is definitely a very regional difference. So, my encounters with, like, actual porridge are very, very small. But, or, like, porridge as I would think of it. I've probably encountered it a couple times. It's like, oh, it's alright. But, yes, thank you, Jimmy John. Thank you. We hadn't figured that one out. But, like, I'm wondering if porridge, like, has a slightly different meaning in, like, England as it would here. I don't know. Because, like, when I think of porridge, I almost think of, like, I don't know. Actually, I might be... No, that's not porridge. Never mind, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Just ignore that last thought. What would Shuckle without the shell looks like as Jimmy John? I mean... Actually, I'm fairly certain there's an image of that, like, on Bulbapedia of Shuckle, like, an official one from the anime, where, like, as a joke, they took the shell off of a Shuckle. So, that might actually exist. It's that Mashiosta. Yeah, okay, I was thinking of entirely the wrong thing, and yeah, okay, so that is what I'm thinking of. Well, at least that's what I'm thinking of now, and... I don't know. I suppose if you dislike the texture, that's gonna be... It's gonna be a hard one, but... I didn't think it was that bad when I had it last. I don't know, maybe I just had it, you know, spice in quotes, right? I mean, what would you put on that? Sugar or something? I don't know. I didn't think it was too awful. But then again, that one has probably also been several years. So... There we go. I can't deal with mushy text. See, and there you go. That would make it very, very hard to enjoy porridge. So. And that's fair. Okay, I'm gonna head out. Alright, we'll see you later at the Creep Gamer. Thanks for stopping by the stream today. Get it? Perhaps we'll see you back tomorrow. And we'll have a... Hopefully we'll have a snapshot, so I can make a snapshot stream. And check that out live. Should be neat. But until then, we'll see you around. Visceral gagging. Porridge, yogurt, and rice cake? That can't work. That can't work. Could it? Maybe. I'm just trying to think of, like, how... Yogurt and porridge. On a rice cake? In a rice cake? I'm not really sure. Wait, before I go, do you have a Discord? Yes, I do, the Creep Gamer. There is a stream, or not a stream, there's a video just recently on my uploads, it's probably still up on the first page worth of them, where there's a link and a description and all of that. So, just go through my channel really quick and you'll find it. I don't have a link handy, but it's in the description of that. Also, I would recommend you watch the video where I just go through the Discord server rules, just to make sure you know them so we don't have to, you know, take action, right? Obviously. But like I say, just, it's all there. So go check that out. And if you want to join, just sign up. You know, you'll have to fill out the little form, but that's painless. So, yeah. And if you join there, we should be good to go. Jimmy John loves pudding, but hates it at the same time. Okay. And what part of pudding do you hate? Because I know what part of pudding you probably like, but what part of it do you hate? I mean, for one, I like pudding. You know, it's not like I get it very often anymore, but growing up, that was like a staple when we would go to buffets and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, there's the pudding. I gotta get some pudding. So, yeah. Love for the texture and the sweetness, but the taste just makes me gag a bit. Oh. Well, I guess. See, now, I don't know if you were just thinking of like one specific flavor. Or like, because I've come across several flavors of it, you know, and I've never really had a problem with any of them. You know, vanilla, chocolate, butterscotch. There's probably some other ones too. Those are the three I can think of. Well, yeah, I mean, vanilla, specifically vanilla. Okay, see, and I can see. So, like, slushies being too sweet. I can see it. I thought vanilla pudding is great. I mean, I like vanilla, though, you know. Like, I'm that guy who might genuinely go through the line at an ice cream place that has, like, every flavor under the sun, and it might just be a vanilla day. Like, yeah, you know, I'll take vanilla. I mean, there's a couple of maybe 2 flavors I'd take over it, but vanilla is like my third choice, so I don't have a problem with vanilla. But again, that's just me. Oh, I don't like how the taste merges with the sweetness. Okay, I can see how that could be a little strange. Really chewy? Okay, yeah. So sometimes you come across like that piece of meat and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to like eat this, it's gonna be great, and then you get to that one really chewy part, and it's like, okay, this is ridiculous. So no, I totally get that. I just want to put the food in my mouth, chew it maybe 4 or 5 times, and be done. Is that too much to ask? First world problems. Now, mango is not a flavor that I get often, but when I have, I mean, mango is great. I mean, mangoes in general are great, but I think I have, like, had them once or twice ever. Oh, chewy. I'm really trying to think if I've ever had really chewy pasta. Like, how would that work? Like, it goes from crunchy, yeah. Okay, thank you, Captain. Again, Captain has me on this one. Looks like, because I'm just thinking, when I'm cooking pasta, this goes from like this goes across the spectrum of, it goes from you bite it and it just crunches, to, okay, that just dissolved the moment it hit my tongue, or alternatively the spoon, right? So, like, when it's cooked too much or too little, it's just somewhere on that spectrum. How do you get chewy pasta? I'm genuinely trying to figure this one out. It's not working. Yeah, go for it, Jimmy John. I don't know. I just genuinely want to know now if there is a process via which you can get chewy pasta, like, that takes work to eat. I don't know. That's where you get chewy pasta. Okay, now I understand where you're coming from. Okay, see, lasagna, okay. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, okay. Lasagna is a fine art. That's all there is to it. Lasagna is a fine art. Some people make it really well. Sometimes. Yeah. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I love lasagna. By the way, I'll just throw this out there. My favorite kinds of lasagna are the one where they go out of their way to add like a layer of like cottage cheese in there. It's like, oh, that is so sharp. Like, so, you know. When I'm like picking my lasagna, going through like a line at like a lasagna feed or whatever, and I'm just going past the trays, I'm just gonna look for the one with that layer of cottage cheese. Like, yeah. Yeah. There are people who eat salad with cold shredded cheese and a dead rat on top. Ugh. Part of me has trouble believing that. I don't know. But again, like, don't get me wrong. I think, you know, salad, not my first choice, but a very good, very healthy food choice. Shredded cheese on top, nice flavor, I think. Like, if you're gonna do a salad, not having cheese on it's a bit of a crime. Look, okay, no, Jimmy John, that is something I definitely will not do. Nope. Because I, for one, still want to have the ability to enjoy my supper here in a couple of hours. And so, that is definitely, I'm definitely not gonna be there. But hey, you do you. Look, okay, I'll put it this way. There may totally be a group of people out there for whom rat is a valid food source for them, okay? That group does not include me, and I don't want to see it. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, I'll bring this question up again. What is the weirdest phobia you have seen because I am scared of stickers? Can't deal with them. Okay, my first reaction to that is, what? But then my second one is, okay, I can kind of see how a potentially bad experience with that could totally lead to that. I assume that's what it stems from. But, I don't know. See, like, most of the time, when people are scared of something, it comes from a bad experience with it, right? So, a lot of times, like, I find it, like, really, you know... Yeah, I find it a really harsh thing to do to pick on somebody for being scared of something, for example, just because, you know, it's like, this is clearly coming from some deeper, more rooted experience, you know? Because, like, there are some people who I know who have, like, these kind of obscure fears, but then you talk to them and be like, well, where does that come from? And, you know, there's actually usually a pretty interesting story. Like, okay, yeah, if I had experienced that at 4 years old, I would probably be scared of that too. So, you know. Hello, Wolfie, welcome to the stream. Jimmy John's got the spider phobia, darkness phobia, hole phobia, needle phobia. Again, no, I will not go look up trypophobia and go to image it. I am 100. I know what you are talking about there, though, Jimmy John, with trypophobia, and that is, I'm pretty sure I have that, because, you know, I know what that is, because I think I am one of the victims of it. Oh, if you've never seen trypophobia, it's actually a really, really interesting one, right? Where it is like a fear response, but it is to, like, a very dense or unusual pattern of holes in an object, right? And it's just, like, absolutely disgusts the person. It makes them feel super uncomfortable, you know. It's like, okay, get me away from that. Like, you can't look at it. Like, if you are trypophobic, you can't bring yourself to look at it. I don't remember if it is a recognized medical condition, but I am pretty confident it exists, because I mean, I have definitely been affected by something like that, and I have seen other people discussing it in the places where I've seen it, so, yeah. So, no, I get what that one is. Yeah. It's one I would totally see as weird if I wasn't such a victim of it. So. But yeah, if you've never seen it, you know. I don't know. No. Yeah, it's not quite like that. Also, yeah. You think trypophobia is very common, Cam? See, I don't know. Because, like, there are things. Like, and I know I've used this example before, and I could, like... I could link it, like, in the Discord after the stream, too. Where, like, there was a visualizer that a musician I follow used for one of their songs recently. And I could not look at the visualizer for more than about 5 seconds without being completely tripped up by it. Like, it's just, like, just disgusted. You know, it's like, I'm feeling viscerally ill. And so, it's like... But... Oh, welcome back, Lame. Okay, Lame and Wolfie, I gotta make that connection that you two are the same person on different days. I'll get there. Oh, also the fear of being alone. Okay. See, and yeah, you know, that one is understandable. That's how I see the stick of it. So yeah, it's interesting. Like, I really do think it's interesting, but I really should link that visualizer here. Poster. Yes, visceral is one of the best words. It really is. It's not the best word, in my opinion. That one I still give that prize to Ultra Crepidarian as being the best word. If you don't know what it means, go look it up, because it's great. Also, I'll leave it to you to try to figure out how to spell it, just by the way I pronounced it. But yeah, it's great. You look up cures for arachnophobia, you'll see worse images than looking up spiders. Great job, Google. That is... I am certain that one is true without needing to test it. That's an interesting thought there, I see. I'm not sure I agree with it. Fear of being alone is also the fear of not being alone? No. Like, if I'm afraid to, not have anyone else near me and just be, like, isolated, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm afraid of being around other people. I mean, I guess that could be a thing, but I don't think so. No. Okay, it could be a thing where you are scared of being around other people. In fact, I'm almost certain that is a thing, but... I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I don't know. Ooh, that's a weird one. It's not weird. I know that's super common, but... Yeah. Actually, no, I take that back. Like, I definitely had that one for a while as well. Where it's like... I don't know. But yeah, no, I hear what you're saying there, Jimmy John. Like, I know what that one is. And it's creepy. Wildlife isn't scary at all to me unless I can't see it, says Icy. Then that stuff can get out of here. Oh, see, I don't mind most wildlife. I mean, when it starts to get larger, it's like, okay, I will leave that one to the professionals. But, you know. Quick question, do you have Discord? Yeah, I do. Again, there's a video up on my channel here pretty recently. You can go find it there, and it has the link to the Discord, and it also goes through the rules, which is why I direct people to the video. It goes through the rules and the joining process and kind of explains everything there. Because there's a little bit of a system in place just to kind of filter out, the worst trolls and spam bots and all that, so. But then, yeah. So like I say, just go find the video on my channel. It's pretty recent yet. Once it's less recent, I will, I'll figure out a way to get it up there, but yeah. Look up spiders that live in South Florida. I live in South Florida. Now I hate my life. That's terrible. I would believe there are some pretty scary spiders in South Florida, though. Like, everywhere that is, like, tropical and warm, there are just inherently terrifying spiders. You know, I get a little freaked out by the tiny little ones that just crawl up, like, the bathroom walls, so I don't know how you people deal with place like that. Well, you got the brown recluse spider. That one is genuinely scary because that one can actually deal damage. So, yeah, deadliest spider in America. Oh yeah, I know. The daddy longlegs are everywhere here. But yeah, I recall the brown recluse being one of the deadliest spiders in the world. It's definitely one of them, if it's not the. It's definitely up there. Yeah, that's the other thought, is the Australians, you look at the spiders in Australia, and suddenly you're once again very glad you're living in South Florida. See, I would love to visit Australia too. But the spiders would definitely, like, you see some of those things where it's great. I have no idea what that is, and I want to look it up because it looks like a cool sounding word. What is it? Oh my. Oh, that is a very unusual. That is a very unusual condition. I've never heard of that one, I see. But there you go. I will leave it, well, I don't know. Basically, it's your bone tissue dying because of bad blood supply, so if you are poisoned in a way that causes that, ooh. That sounds awful. I just looked up the definition. And close out of it after that, because I don't want to get too far into it. Yeah, Australia has the deadliest spider. Australia has the deadliest insert word here, but... yeah, that's... Oh, that's freaky. Yeah, there are some, you know, there's some scary animal effects out there, you know, especially with them ones that, you know, you're inherently, or most people are inherently scared of, like spiders, or, you know, snakes or whatever, you know. I mean, it's not without cause. Why did you go to images, Jimmy John? See, I'm so glad that, like, with medical conditions, it no longer shows images right at the top of the page, so you can look up the meaning of an illness without being fully immersed in it. What were you? Cause no. Yeah, no. Ugh. I genuinely do not want to know. I just don't want to know what it even looks like. I will just let the image in my mind that is disturbing enough suffice for describing this medical condition. R.I.P. Captain. Another victim. Oh, you've seen... Well, I would imagine, you know, I've probably seen worse as well, but still, you know, it's not something I want to voluntarily subject myself to. Also, this is your friendly reminder that this is actually a shiny Shuckle Hunt livestream, so... And the irony, or like the humor... The humor of talking about extreme medical conditions and deadly animals during a shiny hunting livestream is not lost on me. It's not lost on me. Who knows how toxic Shuckle is? I don't think anyone's ever been bitten by a Shuckle. I am definitely trying to ignore that one, Jimmy John. That's not an image I needed in my head while shiny hunting a Shuckle. Oh, lame, just verified to the Discord. Okay, I will get you added into there after the stream if nobody else takes it. Or, you know, if one of the other admins with access. I don't even know if there are any other admins with access anymore. Actually, I'll go take care of it while this egg hatches. Let's get you added in. I mean, you know, assuming the application is valid and all. Let's make sure. Sketch YT. Yep. Solid. There you go. See? It's not even that bad. Just... It's not a shiny Shuckle either. That's disappointing. Wolfie. There you are. I keep forgetting how to use Discord. Bam. Good, I even got that in the right channel. Sweet! First try! Welcome to the stream, Defaulty. And here we go. Let's get back into the shiny Shuck hunt. Also, we're now at exactly 26% chance of having found the shiny Shuckle by now. Okay? So after hatching 154 eggs, 1 in 4 shiny hunts would have ended. Not this one, though. Not with my luck. Yeah, it's fine, Captain. I got him in there. It's not that difficult. I'll talk to you. I'm just going to, like, I don't even have to know the reference to feel uncomfortable with that statement. Just so you know, I see. Woo! Okay. Pick up one more egg on this soft reset, so maybe within these next 5 eggs, we'll find our shiny Shuckle. Maybe not, but maybe. So... You know what is kind of interesting that I've learned from doing this? And actually, now that I've just done the mental math, this is like dead obvious. But with max odds and all that going for you in your shiny hunt, every 5 eggs, like just take 5 eggs out of it at random, and there is a 1% chance that the shiny Pokemon is within those 5 eggs. 1%, which doesn't sound so bad, you know, that's the odds of catching a Phoebus. So every 5 eggs, right? So the odds of finding a, but then obviously you think, you know, a Phoebus is 1 in 100, and the shiny is 1 in just over 500, so, duh. But also, I found it interesting. What's slightly more interesting, though, is that if you take 150, roughly, eggs at random, there's just over a 1/4 chance that your shiny is within those eggs. Which, again, is actually making perfect sense and suddenly making me realize how this probability thing actually works. I've just learned, like, mathematics here live. You've just kind of heard the light bulb go on. But there you go. It's interesting. That's actually really cool. So the probability reflects if you were to take 158 eggs at random, there would be a 26.58% chance that within those eggs you have a shiny Pokemon. Right, so you pull them anywhere out of the hunt, though, and there's a 26% chance that there's a shiny Pokemon within it. Even if you had, like, infinitely many eggs, right, and you just pick, you know, 159 of them at once, there's a 26.72% chance that your shiny is within them. Which is really, really neat, I think. There you go. Get a little math in the day, too. I says, I'm so squeamish, but I'm past it. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I'm definitely not past it. But, that's how it is. Alright, here we go. Number 60, so we have one more soft reset, 40 more eggs for this stream. If this one doesn't shine, maybe it'll shine. And it didn't, but maybe it could have, you know? Ah, water. Keeps you healthy. And alive. Both of which are important. Also, I'm out of water. I probably should go get some more. But yeah, so it gets... Well, yeah, it's a really interesting thing, isn't it, though? How probability, it always approaches 100% with iterations, but never actually gets there. Mm-hmm. But you have to think, you know, where does that come from? Well, if I were to take a coin and flip it, you know, if I flip a coin, right, there's a pretty good chance that's not going to come up heads, right? So, you know, a 50% chance. But if I flip a coin twice, you know, what are the odds it still isn't heads? Well, you know, 1 over 2. The odds of it not coming up heads, 1 over 2. Squared, right? So 1 over 4. So, there's a 1 in 4 chance I still haven't reached heads, right? And I can keep flipping this coin over and over and over. And while it's super unlikely after doing it a ton of times, there's always just a small chance you're never going to get heads. Which I always just think is interesting. And it's kind of weird how probability just works like that. And then if you ever have the fun time of delving into the world of quantum mechanics, and you learn that our entire world is actually just built on probability, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Fun random fact, water machines in China have room temperature and hot water instead of normal and cold. Well, that's interesting. There you go. That is a properly random fact from Icy Gaming. Conversely, our little water thing upstairs has 2 little water taps on it as well. It's got cold in blue and warm. Warm in quotes, you know, room temperature, I guess you'd say, in white. I have no idea why there are 2 separate tabs on it, though. Because they both come out the same temperature. So, yeah. Why does... Wait. Why does milk get that weird skin on it when you warm it up? I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever warmed up milk and, like, seen the skin on it. I would imagine it's because as you warm it up, like, the more solid fatty parts of the milk are separating from the liquid parts. And, you know, floating up to the surface and kind of coagulating there. That would be my kind of guess, but I don't know. I don't like talking about that bigger picture rubbish. It makes you go, dang, wow. What's the chance I would be made? Yeah. Isn't it phenomenal? Yeah. I would imagine water tastes good, because if it tasted bad, and nobody liked to drink it, we'd all be in a lot of trouble. Because you have to drink water to live. Asterisk. But basically, you have to drink water to live. So, we would be in a lot of trouble if everybody's like, wow, this water stuff, it's disgusting. So, it's probably a good thing it tastes pretty good. Again, I don't know if my mic is picking up on those birds, picking up on those birds in the background, but wow, they're loud. I says, best part of shows is character development and DB fights. I have no idea what DB fights are, but I don't watch a lot of shows, so that's kind of a world where I'm very distant from it. What are y'all's favorite shinies? Icy says, restaurant? Oh, I'm thinking of a few. So I just actually found out what shiny Black Hero looks like yesterday, and that is a very cool shiny. And if you have not seen it, you should go look it up. That is very cool. But there's a lot of really cool ones out there. Drifblim, or Drifloon more. Well, even Drifblim. That whole line's shinies? Wow, that's a cool looking shiny. I love that one. Actually, to be honest, most of the shinies that become like gold shinies are among my favorites. So stuff like, even Caterpie's shiny is a really, really cool shiny in my opinion. Mainly just because I have one in Pokemon Go, actually. Oh, Dragon Ball fights or anything. Okay. So yeah, okay, yeah, no, that's pretty epic when there's like that huge climactic scene, you know, to end off an episode or especially a season or whatever. Those are always really cool. I need to check and make sure I don't have like an extra egg or something. Okay, I know. Okay, the Galarian Zigzagoon line, whoever's idea it was to make them look like that, spot on. I was not ready for it, and I'm very excited by it. Anything that turns teal, black, or gold? Mega Shiny Banette looks nice. I really want to see this one now. Mega Shiny Banette. Oh, sure. Oh, sure, that one's nice. Sure. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I'm a huge fan of. You got ones like Sneasel, where the change is just so radical. You know, you gotta love it. I mean, you don't have to. I do. I'm trying to think of some other ones, because there are some great shinies. Gengar is cool. Choodle and Dreadnought is another line of Pokemon that has some really nice shinies, in my opinion. You know, they just look good. It's like, that's what a shiny should look like. You know, obviously you can't discount Shiny Shuckle, just singly changing the color of its shell. It's a great move. Also, if you haven't seen them yet, Shiny Castform now has new sprites for its weather forms. Those are some cool looking shinies. I'd really like to see those get added to the game, because those are really nice shinies. So I went through all of the shinies at one point. It was just like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's not cool. That's cool. That one's cool. Oh, I just found a shiny male Nidoran in Pokemon Go the other day. And that was super exciting on one hand, and also, that's a really nice way that they just flop the line's colors. Like, that looks really sharp. I don't know which radioactive rock thing. Nope. No, I do not. I see. No, I do not. And you know, this is... This is one of those times where I'm just a little bit behind on that part of culture. Shuckle comes out of the egg, immediately screams at the whole world. You gotta love it. You can explain this in stream. Oh, wait. Like, everyone is mad that Charizard has 2 Megas, a G-Max form, but Meowth has a G-Max, 2 regional variants. and the Team Rocket mascot? You know, that's a good point, Jimmy John. I hereby recant my complaint. But okay, you know what? Part of me says just say you'll go look it up later, and the other part says no, looking it up later is also entirely a mistake. So I'm just gonna let that one go and pretend like the whole world is just one happy place. But yeah, no, don't get me wrong. People like I hear your annoyance with Meowth as well. But I mean, it also has less forms than Charizard, so it's less easy to hate on. And also, its regional variants aren't nearly as cool as Charizard's are. Like, you know, you look at G-Max Charizard, there's no denying. That's really cool. Meanwhile, you look at Meowth, like, in my opinion, Alolan Meowth is just awful, and Galarian Meowth is worse. I thought like, okay, Alolan Meowth is just like, oh yeah, I'll go do battle, I guess. That's the vibe I get from the Alolan Meowth sprite. Like, that thing is not gonna fight. That thing is, you know, way too focused on just staying clean. It's like that side of the cat. And meanwhile, Galarian Meowth is like the first Pokemon that genuinely terrified me when I encountered it. And Grimmsnarl exists. But I came across Galarian Meowth, and I was like, that's not a Pokemon. Get that abomination off my screen. So, no, I'm not a fan of Galarian Meowth. I will say that one openly. Again, totally within your rights to like it. Like, don't get me wrong, the design, if you came to me with that design concept and said, hey, we're going to take Meowth and turn it into a Viking, I would have said, okay, that's interesting, go for it. And then if you came back with that, I was like, no. No. But I'm not in charge. Once again, someone referencing JoJo's, with which I have no experience, so. Yeah, I've been pretty heavily told by most people whose opinions I trust that JoJo's is something I should stay as far away from as humanly possible. So I'm going to trust their judgment on that one and go nowhere near it. I really want to know now what is in that show that has prompted that specific response from you, I see. What in the world? Yes, see, thank you, Captain. Please stay as far away as humanly possible from JoJo's. See? Yep, there it is. I just bumped my controller against the desk. I must have hit the ZL button, and I managed to send my Gigacoal to the PC. Good job, me. Good job. Yeah, I have no idea, but there you go. that Shuck didn't shine. Shucks. Yeah, I read what you said there, Jimmy John. And it's like, okay. That still doesn't mean anything to me. But, like, again, that's because I have no idea what the show you're talking about is. But there you go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fine. No, and yeah, and again, sometimes I will just miss a message, but whatever. Most of the time, I'll see it. Most of the time. I see also recommending the parts of the show to watch, but I say, I'm going nowhere near it. Assuming you're still talking about JoJo's. And on the flip side, if we're talking about Mob Psycho, again, I know nothing about it, so I still don't know. People are dying from a virus, and you're hunting for a stupid endolith that's not its normal color. I'm so proud. You know, that's the way it is, though. You know. And also, to be fair, there is really not much at all I can be doing otherwise to help with that issue. So you may as well go find the shiny Shuck. Oh, Mob Psycho only has 2 parts. See? So, there you go. Now I know what you're talking about. Oh, how so, Jimmy? Yeah, that's true. Oh, we'll see you later, Icy. Thanks for stopping by. Good talk. Yep, hope to see you next time. Tomorrow's stream will be at a weird time, again, because it's a snapshot day, and I'm kind of experimenting with doing my snapshot stream days a little bit differently. But we'll have to see how that goes. I have no idea what time the stream will be, though. It will be as soon as the snapshot releases. And I won't set up the stream beforehand, like last week. I will say, very tentatively, probably around noon my time, so, you know, 1 o'clock. Look. Okay, hold on. There, 5:19 p.m. That is the time it is for me right now. So, I'm talking about 5 hours before now is about the time I'm aiming for streaming, but it's whenever the snapshot releases, which could be anywhere from 7 hours before now. Oh yeah. Okay, so, Jimmy John, if you're in the Discord, down in Stream Discussion, there should be a channel in there called Stream Discussion, and I just post a link to the stream as soon as the stream begins. So if you just see Mushroom Man Toad in Stream Discussion with just a link, that's me announcing the stream has started. Also, we'll try to have something set up. You know, okay, here's an idea, and I'll throw this at you now that, you know, everybody has left the stream, basically. But the idea is, yeah, I see it. Okay. But the idea is, I'm thinking I might make a little group on the Discord, like a role called, you know, stream notifications or whatever, so that I can basically ping that role as soon as the stream is started. So if you want to get a ping as soon as I start streaming, you know, that could be a thing. And I think that would be a good thing. I don't know. I have to figure out, like, the logistics of setting that all up. And, like, making sure that people who want the role actually get it and people who don't want the role don't get it. But, like I say, I don't know. like, I'll happily take feedback on it, but I think that's a thing we're gonna try to set up after the stream today, and it might take a few days, but we'll see. Well, hello, Kristen. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm just throwing it out there as an idea. Once it's actually in place, I will announce it and all that, but I need to get a system in place. I'm just throwing it out there as like a loose idea, something we could do. Anyway, how are you doing today, Kristen? And also, welcome to the stream. We have 21 eggs left to hatch. I'm gonna let this one hatch. I will be right back momentarily. I'm gonna go grab some more water. Alright. We can cut the Jeopardy music now. Alright. So, okay. Story I was gonna tell. I walked down here, I was like, okay, I got a great story to tell. I get down here, and I just totally forgot what the story I was gonna tell. Anyway, yeah, no, you're not gonna troll me. Kristen says, I'm a bit tired of playing a game and had to do something. Oh, alright. Well, I mean, you're back now anyway, so there you go. Dude, really? That's just, come on. Anyway. Oh yeah, story I was gonna tell. Okay, so if you well, you've been here at least the whole stream. To anyone else who is here who has been here the whole stream, basically, you may have noticed I have commented on the noise of birds potentially being heard over the microphone a couple of times. So I just went upstairs and I looked out the back window, and there's like this tree, in our backyard, which normally. The leaves fell off in the fall, so there are, like, no leaves on it, but it looks like it is covered in brown leaves right now, but on closer inspection, those are just birds. There is an insane number of birds in that tree up there right now. And they're noisy. So, yeah. I can confirm. The birds are actually real. I have no idea if my mic picks up on it, but they're out there. They've actually quieted down a bit now, but they're out there. We're here after being green for about 2 weeks. It snowed hard last night. Ooh. Well, you were supposed to help garden today. Well, I guess you got out of that one. In Florida, I have a whole colony of ducks in my yard. I go out and all I see is a pile of poop. Ooh. That is... I mean, I guess that's the natural effect of having an army of ducks in your backyard, but oof. we're gonna find the shiny Shuckle here in these next 18 eggs. Thank you for describing that in such intense detail, Jimmy John. Come on. Come on. Again, the name is tentatively Chuck Norris, but like I have said several times, I am more than open to an alternate name for it. So, you know, if somebody comes up with something more hilarious, then I will totally, you know, I'll grab that. But we'll have to see. I don't know what'll beat out Chuck Norris, especially for this particular project with the Shuckle, but that's why I'm leaving the creative ball in your guys' courts. You know. Yeah, I get it. Haha, internet funny number. I'm not, you know, I haven't been amused by that in a very long time. But I saw it, but it's just like, you know, it's not, it's certainly, I'm no longer amused by it. But hey. And there you go, he said it again. Who's Norris and why are we chucking him? Yes, shucking. I think shucking is correct here. Wait, do I have an open slot right now? Oh, I have 2. Holy cow, I gotta catch up on my Shuckles here. You can say the goal is either a shiny or 200. Today's stream will end at one of those 2 points, and the next one to 300, and that'll be Thursday, and so on. We'll have to see. Maybe it ends right here today. We'll have to see. Mushroom, do you prefer shiny or original Shuckle more? I like shiny Shuckle more just because it's rarer, and I think that and I like blue more than I like red. I think it becomes a much more cool, chill Pokemon rather than, you know, what Shuckle normally is already a cool, chill Pokemon, but whatever. No, I like the shiny. I really do think the blue shell just works on it better. When do you plan on continuing Mario 3? It could be a while, I'll be honest. I don't really have a planned date for that, because it'll take some time. But you know what? If I wake up one day and say, hey, today I feel like playing more Mario 3, that'll be the day. But now that I got this whole Shuckle little thing going, it'll be probably after that. Or we'll take a break from it at some point and go and, you know, do Mario. We'll have to see how it goes. Yep, I'm with Jimmy John on the color there. The blue Shuckle, it just looks like it. Plus it's rarer, so therefore it's cooler. It's awesome because it takes effort. Whenever someone throws a blue shell on Mario Kart, they're throwing a Shuckle that's just hiding in its shell so it doesn't get hurt. Oh no! That Shuckle is shiny and you've just thrown it away! What have you done? No. Ah. Alright. So we have 12 more eggs to go this stream. And we'll see if we can find the shiny Shuck. have to pick up 7 more eggs from this nursery. I gotta remember not to pick up any eggs, like, once I am down to my last set. Then it uses self-destruct. No! Shuckle! The anime, they've had a purple Shuckle a couple of times, and I think I prefer that one over red or blue. Really, purple Shuckle? I'm gonna have to go look that one up here. Yeah, red and blue Shuckle feud. See, you know it would be... Well, no, I'm just gonna take that one back. I was just thinking, it'd be really, really neat. And I don't think they should add it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they should add this. But if you were to, like, breed a normal Pokemon and its raw shiny color, you get an average of those colors? Or, like, a super small chance for the average of those colors? So, you know, like, a double shiny or whatever? You know, a super shiny or however you'd call it? Not like, I mean, not a Pokemon fusion, but, like, you know, if I breed, you know, a Shuckle with a red shell and a Shuckle with a blue shell, there should be a super small chance of getting a Shuckle with a purple shell when I breed those 2 Shuckles. I think that could be really, really neat. And there's also that, you know, the exact same super small chance of getting the shiny Shuckle. But, like, you know, make one of them exclusive to breeding. You could even go all in. And you'd be... No. It shouldn't be any layers deeper than 1 layer, okay? That's what I'm saying. Like, these genetics, they should only work one way, okay? So you don't get a super duper shiny. So you don't get a 2-time super shiny, but you just get, but, you know. Oh yeah, no, Captain. And again, that's why I said, they definitely should not add this. So, don't get me wrong. I am definitely saying they should not add this. I don't think this is a good idea. In fact, I think it's a horrible idea. But it just occurred to me. No. I just, like, it just occurred to me, like, wouldn't that be neat? And then, after 2 seconds, it was like, no, this is a horrible idea, but I'm gonna finish saying it out loud anyway. No, Square Shinies. It should have been cool, but the stupid programmer in charge of shiny hunting, not that the programmer himself was stupid, but the way he handled the code was stupid, he managed to goof it up, so Square Shinies are the most common shinies in the whole game. And actually finding a non-square shiny is way harder. Granted, there are also, what is it? Ultra shiny Pokemon? In the game, and those are actually much better. So if you have an ultra shiny, that's cool. Yeah, I don't like the square shiny either, but, you know, it was supposed to be a rare version of the shiny, and it wasn't. Granted, we still have ultra shinies, which, like, very few people know about. I don't know if very few people know about it. I never hear people talking about it. Basically, when you send it out, it has an extra white flash in the animation. It's like, oh yeah, this isn't just a normal shiny. This is a 1 in 16 ultra shiny. And that exists. But I've never heard people talking about it. Like, nobody... you don't see, like, the hardcore people. The hardcore people are out there full-out shiny hunting. But nobody's out there ultra shiny. No, this is actually a thing. I am pretty sure this is actually a thing. Ultra shiny Pokemon. I guarantee this is a thing. No, there's definitely a separate thing where there's an extra white flash in it. I don't know. I'm almost certain this exists. I'd have to dig for it to find, like, a source for that. But I know I encountered it at some point. That, like, there's this thing called an Ultra Shiny that is separate from a Square Shiny. And it's like 1 in 65,000 or whatever chance of finding it. So it's like 16 times rarer than whatever the normal shiny odds are. And it has an extra flash in shiny animation. So, like, they are making rarer variants of shinies, which scares me a little bit for, like, where this goes. But I don't know. It looks like most people do confuse Ultra and Square Shiny, and I'm almost totally certain there is a difference. But I have to find my facts on that, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. Okay, so one of the reasons for that, Jimmy John, is probably because people are bringing them over from the old games where they were hacked in. Or, alternatively, glitched in through the Gen 1 game, which was the Red and Blue Virtual Console, where you can glitch it in and, like, force set its DVs using 8F glitches and stuff to force a shiny Mewtwo. Like, there are, like, yeah. Obviously, you know, I don't condone hacking at all. Some of those little glitches are cool. Like, yeah, but yeah, you see somebody like that, and I will say with like 99.9% certainty that that is someone who has like hacked that in. Granted, is it technically possible? Yes. Is it probably legitimate? No. No, it's not. Yeah. And see, that's where I say, those are almost, in fact, you know, part of me just wants to say it outright, those are hacked, but I'm sure there is someone out there who has legitimately done a legitimate shiny giveaway with, like, max stats and stuff. But I'm going to say pretty much everyone you've ever seen is not legit. Like, those are hacked Pokemon, and, you know, that... certainly not something I support. There's a growing portion of the community that is also against it, but at the same time, you know, the hacking scene is still there. You know. So, I have a shiny Mewtwo. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm totally the guy who got the Blue Virtual Console and, like, totally used the glitch to get myself, you know, the trainer fly glitch to get a bunch of Mewtwo's. You know. In fact, I could show that. I could go open up my Pokemon Home and show that. But, you know. You know, they're not hacked in. I got them, quote, legitimately, but it's through a glitch. And, you know, when it comes to things like that, the line gets fuzzy. Certainly, back when I did it, I mean, you know, I can try to justify it all day long. Technically, it's cheating or whatever. But yeah, when it comes to hacking though, and just outright exploiting, or like, you know, just literally cheating the whole game. Yeah. Got from some guy from my shiny gear. So yeah, see, and in that case, you don't know, right? It'd be nice to assume so. Like, it depends on if it's not perfect IVs, that's almost, that's a really good sign it's not hacked. I'm gonna add to that. Like, okay, a while ago, like, I got a Mew as part of the 20-year celebration for Pokemon, and I traded it with a guy for an event shiny Arceus from a very, very long time ago. And I'm pretty confident that that Arceus is legitimate. Because it's not perfect stats, it doesn't have the right nature, it's just shiny, and it has the actual event moves that it came with. So, like, I'm pretty sure that is a legitimate shiny Arceus that I have. And, you know, I traded a Mew for it. But, you know. Yeah. So, yeah, see? And it's that. It's that right there. Also, didn't get the shiny, I don't think. I'm gonna just do a quick shine check and make sure I didn't miss it there while I was... Hey, look! See? Here we go! I almost made it through a whole stream! But in the last couple of minutes, we can just tick the little box. Obligatory hacking rant. Check. Okay. Remember I tried to use Mystery Zone glitch in DP Japanese with Pokemon... Do they really, Kristen? Like, they actually have that anti-cheat measure built in? If so, that's really cool. It's a shame they don't do stuff like that nowadays. But... Pokemon give away hacked event mons all the time on streams that don't have perfect stats? Oh. Really? That's kind of surprising, but like I say, I don't know. I'm pretty sure... I don't know. I'm going to basically treat it as legit just because all I really wanted was an Arceus and I traded a Mew for it, so I'm just kind of going to assume. I don't know. Because I sacrificed a real event Pokemon for an event Pokemon at the very least, so I'm going to treat it as real. So, that's kind of where I'd land with that. I mean, no, because I don't follow the Smash community close enough to ever see that guy, but, you know, I'm sure he's out there. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, using... Wait, so are your Pokemon actually stuck in those old games? Because if so, that stinks. Also, I'm just gonna kind of just start powering off the stream here. Because it's basically done now. But no, this is interesting. I'm learning something new here. So you can't actually get in, like, your event Darkrai for the event that never happened, or your event Shaman for the event that never happened? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I mean, okay, so it's like the obvious, you totally just hacked your game and want us to think you're cool. So, yeah. Yeah, either way, I am wrapping up the stream here, though. Or at least very shortly. So thank you to those who came out. And again, we should be back to doing this here. That's a printer. We should be back to doing this here tomorrow. So. Oh, or they're just outright lying. Okay, that's fair too. I mean, it's not fair. Hacking is not fair. But, duh, they're hacking, right? No, they want kids to be like, oh, you're so cool. But yeah, no. Some things, you see, you gotta know the game, right? You gotta know the world to understand what all, and you know, this kind of true of the real life too, you know? A lot of times people are gonna lie to you and deceive you to get you to think they're cool, to get you to, and a lot of times to get you to do something for them, so you gotta stay informed, stay aware, and make sure you're not being exploited for something, you know? It's good life advice all around. And I think that is a great note to end the stream. This was a Shiny Shuckle video, and we went into philosophy, culture, religion. It's the power of Shuckle. I'll see you in the next one.